All right, everyone, it's time to lock in because we're just days away from Bridgerton season 4, okay? And I'm talking about all the yearning and the romance and the romanticness of it all, okay? Because this is the Rose of Romantic. This year alone, okay, we have People We Meet on Vacation, we're gonna have Bridgerton, and a ton more romance movies, okay? So we need to talk about this whole yearning thing, right? And I am obsessed with it as well.
Love. It sustains you.
Welcome back to the Rose of Romantic. I'm Bree, and today we're going to be talking about why are we so obsessed with yearning. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Also, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you love talking all things romance. So grab your drinks, grab your snacks, and let's chat. And just to let you know, there will be spoilers throughout this video. So let's jump right in. Why are there some films where like the chemistry in the moments that I just remember forever, okay? We're talking about like Love Rosie, Me Before You, The Notebook, okay, and a ton of others that we're gonna talk about. But I was like, okay, what is it that we love yearning so much? And here's my theory.
What's happening?
I was thinking about this and I was wondering, okay, number one, the reason that we love yearning so much is, okay, the eye contact. The eye contact and hand holding. All right, and I will tell you right now, okay, that another fellow YouTuber that is amazing is Jesus. And every time that Jesus is watching a romantic drama or rom-com, Jesus will always point out the hand holding or like the closeness of the, you know, two characters coming together and they're falling in love. And I'm like, yes, we see each other, because I'm like, yes. Every time there is eye contact and hand holding, it is so romantic. And this feeling, this yearning, is the feeling of what it's like to fall in love and what being in love is like, and just like a fraction of what we get to see it in on screen. And this is what I think draws in audiences, and like, if I'm reading something about it or if I'm seeing it on screen, I'm like, this is magical. Now, being in a relationship, is it gonna be like that all the time? No, okay, but if you're putting it on screen in those like special moments, you know what I mean? Okay, we're gonna talk about a few. Like, it is just, again, magical. It is just, you're just like, you're blushing and you're giggling and you're just sharing this experience with like a whole audience. It's a moment, okay? So think about, okay, the eye contact when Will and Louisa, remember when they were at the wedding? Okay, if you haven't seen Me Before You, okay, I just want to share spoilers here. But you know, we talk all things romance, so hopefully you've seen it. If not, okay, I just want you to be prepared. And they're dancing, okay, in the middle of the floor. And then he's just looking at her like she's just like the most beautiful woman on this planet. Okay, thank you, Sam Claflin. And then you have Emilia Clarke that's looking at Will like he's the most beautiful man in this world. Like, and it just makes your heart glow. And I remember, okay, there was this one part that he says, oh yeah, he says Clarke. Oh, he says, you know something, Clarke. Okay. Also, I like the last name thing. They also use that in Heated Rivalry. That was good. That was good. Okay. We'll talk about that later. He says, you know something, Clarke. You're pretty much the only thing that makes me want to get up in the morning. And then he looks at her just like, she's like, just amazing. And that feeling, and you're just like, yes. This is what yearning is like, and then we're gonna talk about even, you know, more throughout this, okay? Because this is just number one, the eye contact and hand holding.
But what are we gonna do? Sit around all night and talk about love?
And we all know, okay, number one hand hold has to go to Pride and Prejudice, okay? That, and also Queen Charlotte, but we all remember that moment in Pride and Prejudice, the 2005 version. Okay, respect to the, you know, 1995 version, but I love the 2005 version. And when he holds her hand to get back into the carriage, okay, I'm gonna tell you, it's like, for him, like, and to see him like get nervous and flustered for Mr. Darcy. Y'all remember when he first walked in? okay? And he's very serious, and his demeanor is very debonair. But to see in that moment, the minute, okay, the second, the millisecond, he holds Lizzie's hand, and then all of a sudden, like flustered, sweating, like what's going on, and you're like, oh my goodness, this is the moment. This is the moment where he starts liking her, not loving her just yet, but liking her. And it just makes you like, oh my goodness, it's happening. Like this, it's so much fun to watch and to see this.
I'm just taking this moment. This is cool.
And even when Shane meets Ilya and he's just so nervous to see him, he's just like, oh, I'm just, you know, you're an awesome player. I just wanted to come say hi and introduce myself. I'm like, it's just so amazing. It's you like sometimes it leaves you speechless. Like you have no words left to say.
Is this how you feel all the time? Because, you know, except for now, of course.
The second reason I think we are so obsessed with yearning is admiration. Think about Queen Charlotte. Think about Queen Charlotte and Corey Milcrease come to the front. Come to the front. Because how are you doing this? Like with your acting and your eyes and the way that they're in the scene. Also with like India for Queen Charlotte. I'm like, how? I know it's acting, but like how? And I'm just remembering that scene is just always, I always think about like this really cute and romantic moment, but it is the way that he looks at her and thinks like she's magnificent. Like she's inside and out, the beauty that, you know, she radiates, that he sees, and he's like, nothing in this world compares to you. Nothing in this world, no one compares to you. She's incomparable. Like you just have to think and pause about that moment. I'm like, Shonda be right. Shonda be writing. And and then that, when you're thinking about that, they don't even know each other yet. Not one thing, they're getting to know each other. But the fact, okay, that he's just already in awe of her. And when you see that happening for the character, chef's kiss every time. Also, Sophie DeRisu, okay, in Mr. Malcolm's List. Come to the front. Because remember, okay, in Mr. Malcolm's List, where Malcolm is looking at Selena, they're in a museum art gallery, and she's looking at a piece of art, and he's just looking at her like she's a masterpiece. This is what movies were made for romance, like this, in this moment, right? Also the time, do y'all remember when she was like trying to play croquet and she was like, oh, I can't play, and then he comes over, and then thinking about in this time period, I don't think it would happen, but he's like showing her how to play croquet. He's like, you know, you just want to, you know, set up here and, you know, do this here, like, just romantic, like the, you know, the admiration of being in her presence. It's just, there's nothing else like it, okay? So when you have a script and you have the chemistry of the characters just being the absolute best, this is where I think romance truly shines.
Now's your day
Emerald.
to shine, buddy.
I know, that's why I'm auditioning my
Your new voice.
The third reason we are so obsessed with yearning is listening. And it goes a long way. When you think about Me Before You, I'm going to talk about Me Before You a lot. I know it's one of my favorite rom dramas. It's very, very sad, okay? But the chemistry is on another level, all right? But the Bumblebee tights, I wasn't ready for this, and I was like, and then also seeing it at the end, like, I was crying. Of course I was crying. But he was listening so intently. Will was listening so intently to Louisa when she's telling the story, and how these bumblebee tights made her just so happy and so joyous in that moment. And when he's hearing her tell the story, he's feeling a sense of joy because she has a sense of joy telling the story. And it's making his heart like just warm and like falling in love with her. And so when he purchases the bumblebee tights for her birthday, And then the amount of joy she has on her face because he remembered the story and how much of a special moment that was for her. And then him realizing that, she's like, oh my goodness, like you really were listening to me. And that is something that just people just want to be listened to, you know, and heard and seen. And that is all in the romance there.
She's got a point.
Y'all ready for number 4? Number 4 is acts of service. Because when I tell you the selflessness that you see with these characters and they think about the other person above themselves, there's nothing like it, okay? The most probably famous and notable of all is when Darcy, okay, went out of his way to help Elizabeth and her family because of Lydia girl, but she was young. I blame number 1 Wickham, okay, because Wickham and me, like, constantly, we have a beef. It's ongoing beef, me and Wickham, okay? I can't stand that man. Anyway, okay, that he went out of his way and then he knew, he's like, I love whether she loves me or not. I love her so much and I care about her so much that I'm like, I can't see this family go through this. And this is gonna cause such pain for them that I'm gonna make sure, okay, that I get this wedding all set up and all straightened out because this is so important to her family and to her and she cares so much about them, you know? And each time you're like, oh my goodness, it's amazing, it's amazing. And then, because this recently came to mind because of Tiana Taylor was talking about like possibly doing rom-coms and she was doing this interview with Matt and Ben. And Ben was like possibly saying like, oh yeah, I could do, you know, a rom-com with you. I'm like, you know what? I'd like to see that. I'd like to see Tiana Taylor and Ben Affleck in a movie together. That'd be really cute. But I was like, oh my goodness, I forgot about Ben Affleck's rom-com era. And he was in, He's Just Not That Into You, okay? Y'all remember him and Jennifer Aniston. Okay, there's this scene where in the movie, they're broken up. But her father is having some health struggles. And so when she goes back home, she's trying to, you know, get everything set up for the house and help him. And then she's just like really going through it. And when she like goes into the other room, she sees Ben's character in the kitchen. And he's doing dishes.
I'm okay, honey.
I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but I'm gonna tell you right now when she's just going through it and she's seeing him doing dishes, something that she doesn't have to think about. And he also says that he did the laundry, did the grocery shopping, and they're broken up. So it's just him doing this for a friend, like almost like his best friend. It's just, and there's something in that moment where I'm like, oh my goodness. That is like one of the most romantic things, especially when there's so much, like if you're so much to think about and you know, the emotionalness of it all, and that someone is thinking ahead and being like, oh, I got that for you, baby. I got that for you. I'm like, okay, don't make me cry now. And that's why they're the best couple in the movie, okay? Because I know some people may think differently, and that's okay. But for me, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Aniston's characters in that movie, they're the best couple. Hands down the best couple in that film. I just like every once in a while I'll watch it and I'll be like, yeah, that's a man right there. That's a man right there.
Now come on now.
Also in the small moments, right? When, was it Shane making? Yeah, Shane was making a sandwich for Ilya. It was a tuna melt and some ginger ale. Y'all, I know it's a small thing, but when it just comes to those small moments, it is so impactful and so romantic. It's just, I don't know what to tell you, but when I heard that, he was like, I'll make you a tuna melt. I was like, okay, Shane.
As I live and breathe.
Number 5 is friendship. Friendship is such a key part in the yearning process because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether they're together or not, they want the best for the person. And when you have like friendship at the core of it, that There's nothing else. There's nothing like talking to your, you know, your best friend and wanting, you know, the best for them, and how you want to see them succeed and shine. And when they're, you know, they're struggling, you want to be there for them. Or sometimes when they're struggling and they don't want your help, it's heartbreaking. Like there's just like the friendship, and then evolving into a relationship. It's just amazing to see it develop on screen. And so when you think about Emma and Dexter in one day, okay, I love the movie, but I also love the TV show as well. And there was this line that Dexter said, and it's just so sweet. They were, this is the, I forgot the episode it was in, but this is when they were younger and they were in a park and they were laying down, and she has her head on his chest and they're just talking about life. And what does he said? What does he say? He says, you have all these people, okay, this is Dexter talking. You have all these people talking about how great you are, how, you know, smart and funny and talented and all that. Endlessly. I've been telling you for years. For years he's been telling her this. I'm like, okay, romance. Okay? I've been telling you for years, so why don't you believe it? He's like, girl, go out and do what you want to do, your dreams, your goals, and, you know, I am so proud of you that, you know, you're so talented and wonderful, you know, beautiful inside and out. Why don't you see me? Why don't you see yourself the way that I do?
I don't think I've ever felt more beautiful.
And I can't believe I missed this one.
How could you miss? It was 3 feet in front of you.
Okay, another eye contact one. Back to the, you know, the very beginning, because we have to talk about it. Bridgerton season 2, Kate and Anthony, when they're in the library, okay, and this is when, I think this is episode 4, okay, and it's raining, and Kate is there reading a book in Anthony's father's library, and he sees her, and then he's just like so like nervous to go up to her. He's like, oh, like, did you have trouble sleeping, like, you know, whatever? And she's like, no, like, you know, I'm here reading because it, you know, helps calm me down, because my father used to read to me, you know, when it was raining, you know, really hard, lots of storms. And then he is just so like moved by that, because his father loved books and, you know, and reading, and that was so close to him. So, and they're talking about their fathers and, you know, their history and their past, and I'm like, they're connecting, and that eye contact moment.
Get emotional thinking about it.
But that eye contact right there, there's nothing else like it. This is one of my favorite scenes in the entire season 2. I'm sorry, like, I know there's a lot of other scenes, but that scene for me, I was like, that's romance. That's romance right there. So let me know in the comments down below, what are your favorite TV shows or movies that involve yearning? And why do you think we're so obsessed with yearning? Because I'd like to, you know, talk to you in the comments so we can talk all things romance. And I hope you have a comfy and cozy rest of your day. Bye.